morning, everyone. Welcome to What's Up Ocala. I'm your host, Andrew Praber, and today we're talking about how Ocala is number one yet again. Yep, it's official. U-Haul ranked Ocala as the number one growth city in the entire United States for 2024. And that's just not a fluke. It's actually the second time in 3 years that we've landed the top spot. And if you've seen all the U-Haul trucks and the construction, all of these things going on around town lately, well, now you know why. A lot of people are moving here, and they have been moving here for several years. If you're local, you know that Ocala has grown like crazy. But U-Haul tracks over 2.5 million one-way moves each and every year, and their data, well, it tells a pretty clear story. It tells about the people that are packing up and choosing Ocala. So what's with that? Like, what's drawing all of these people to Ocala? Well, first off, it's affordable. I mean, let's be real. Cost of living is a big deal, and Ocala is keeping it budget friendly. Even now, even with everything, the price of eggs is like an insane amount. Doesn't matter. We're still just under about 10% more or less cheaper than both the state and the national averages. Homes here, and I would know, they're still pretty affordable. The median home price is around $284,000. That's not the starting price. That's the median. That's the average price. A one bedroom, honestly, that runs about $800 to $1,200 a month just for a one bedroom apartment or a one bedroom duplex or something like that. It depends on the size. It depends on the location. Depends on the amenities. But that's still not bad. For families and singles alike, your money just kind of stretches a little further here. And who doesn't want that? Well, if you're from here, you already know that we are the horse capital of the world. And while that has been debated much over the years, it's not just a slogan. It is a lifestyle. There are over 400 thoroughbred farms and some big name employers that are all equine, like the World Equestrian Center, for example. That is massive. If you've not been there, go. You have got to visit. It's like Disney World for horses. Even if you're not a horse person, it's still absolutely gorgeous to go and visit there. So great place to come and play. But from breeding and training to equestrian events, horse shows, such as HITS, Horses in the Sun, that kind of stuff, all of this, it's a thriving industry with a lot of horses and horse enthusiasts. Last time I checked, which admittedly it was a couple of years ago, the equine industry provided over $4 billion, that's billion with a B, $4 billion of revenue into Ocala each year. That's the equine industry is massive here. So it's like $4 billion, what, like one horse, maybe a hoof if it's like thoroughbred? Kidding. I'm kidding. What else is Ocala known for or great about? Well, it's definitely an outdoor lover's dream. If you've been dreaming of just hanging out outside a lot, you're going to love it here. There's not a lot of big theme parks. We don't have that here in Ocala, but what we do have is the Ocala National Forest. So if you're enjoying like hiking and horseback riding and all of that kind of stuff, biking, all of that, definitely do that. In fact, the Greenway Trail that travels across the county, including the land bridge, which goes over I-75 and has some of the coolest trails, some of the best mountain biking trails in the entire country. That's the Greenway. So definitely try that out. It's pretty amazing. And if you don't believe me, check out the Santos Trail. Santos Trail is all for like BMX biking and stuff, and it's absolutely incredible. Like across the United States, they all love it. There's also like Silver Springs for kayaking, Rainbow Springs for tubing and kayaking. There is so much. Actually, there's gobs of springs over in the Ocala National Forest. I've done some videos on those, and they're just amazing. But if you just want like a park that's peaceful, Shalom Park, absolutely gorgeous. One of the best, most beautiful places ever. But there's actually countless parks here in Marion County. In fact, if you want to find out about those Marion County parks and also City of Ocala recreation parks, both are amazing for info on the parks and, some of the swimming pools that are public swimming pools. Yeah, we still have those. But they also have a lot of activities, and they have where the parks are and like what you can find there and all of that stuff. Like the historic fort, Brick City Park, and Tuscaloosa Art Park. That's probably my favorite right now. It's really something cool. But there's something cool for everyone out there in all ages. It doesn't matter. So check into Marion County Parks and City of Ocala Parks. If you're not wanting to do that, though, you can just hang out downtown. Downtown Ocala is adorable. It's absolutely adorable. They've got like boutiques, all this shopping you can do down there. They've actually got some really cool secondhand boutique shops that are pretty cool. Anyway, they've got live music nights, the Sunset Song Series, absolutely amazing. They have some incredible restaurants, several bars that are also amazing, including some hidden ones that you only know if you know. Just saying. And what's crazy is downtown Ocala is expanding. There's now a midtown, and it's really amazing all of what they're about to open and what they've recently opened over there. So very, very cool. I've got to get another video over there. Anyway, it's amazing. If you've not been to Midtown, which is like kind of south of Tuscaloosa, but north of downtown Square, I don't know, Midtown. It's really, really cool. Really cool restaurants open up, and a lot of events and stuff are happening there. As far as Tuscaloosa, though, there is a lot of art. We also have the Appleton. We have the Riley Art Center. We have, just a lot of different stuff for Ocala. It's a very, it's low-key amazing. Not even joking. There's theater, there's live music, there's art festivals, you name it. The Chalk Walk is one of my favorites. It's awesome. That's over at Tuscaloosa. Anyway, it's very, very cool. The community here, the art community is amazing. Ocala really does support the arts, and it shows. There's a lot of public art pieces, not only downtown, but all throughout the city. And between FAFO, that's Fine Arts for Ocala, in case you were wondering, and MCA, there's some amazing little art hotspots, basically. It's really cool. So if you are into just strolling downtown or being part of the art community, you're welcome here. It's awesome. What about jobs? Oh, everybody's always talking about jobs. We are growing. We have a growing job market, especially in healthcare. A lot with education. Logistics is huge here. I'm not even joking. Huge. Of course, horses, so equine and stuff. But our local hospitals, schools, and businesses are hiring. And Forbes even named us one of the top 10 U.S. metros for future job growth. That's incredible. I mean, what other town can say that? That's incredible. I think it's pretty impressive. You would be amazed at all of the employer options that are available. And even more so those that are coming to Marion County. It's not like they've just like full stop, here's what you got. No, there's actually a lot of companies, a lot of distribution centers, a lot of stuff that is still being built and have not hired in yet. So there's still going to be a lot of employment. But we have some big name employers here. Like we have Amazon, we have FedEx, we had Advent Health, AutoZone, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Chewy, Cone Distributing, Cheney Brothers. My sister works there, by the way. Just shout out to her. Signature Brands, and coming soon, Buc-ee's. That's right. We are getting the largest Buc-ee's in the world, in the universe. I think it's all going to be for like 2.2 seconds. I don't know, but we're getting one. We're getting the biggest. It's going to be awesome. It will also be the only Buc-ee's on I-75 in Florida, which means it's going to be bringing a lot of people and even more so, a lot of tax revenue and revenue into our little town. So obviously, Ocala is still growing. And if you're not sure where to look for jobs like I've just mentioned, I would probably check on Indeed.com. No, they're not a sponsor or anything, but I just know that a lot of the locals, the local employers and stuff, including myself, we actually post jobs on there. So that's a lot of local businesses here advertise their jobs on that one. But I'd also strongly suggest checking out the CEP. which is the chamber. I know a lot of you are like, a chamber? Everybody's got a chamber of commerce. No, ours is amazing. Ours is award winning. Okay. And I've definitely given them a hard time when they're not perfect before. So sorry for that. Absolutely love them. The website for them is cepocala.com. And there's a link that I will put in the description below that will take you to a gob of jobs that you can apply to directly from there here locally. But the CEP is absolutely incredible. And we have one of the best in the entire nation. And I am just so incredibly proud that I am a member. It is really, truly that great. Okay, so what else? What about for families? Well, it is very community focused here. A lot of the time when I first moved here, and that was over 20 years ago, people would say that Ocala was just for the older people. It's just for the elderly. That's a retirement town. And yeah, that's still true. It's a great place to retire. And we do have a lot of the 55 plus communities that probably have enough pickleball courts to help you live and die by the dink, or, learn how to Ernie with the best of them. Hopefully I've used those terms correctly. I can pickleball, but anyway. But I've also heard tell that there are a lot of young people moving here. In fact, I mentioned earlier that there's a lot of people moving here that have been utilizing U-Haul. Okay, so if they're utilizing U-Haul, who uses U-Haul? I'll give you a hint. It's not many of the 55 and over crowd. No, they don't normally use that. They get people and pods for that. So who uses U-Haul? Well, we now in Ocala have a median age of 37 years old. Yep. We have become a really good mix of young families, professionals, and retirees. So it is not just a retirement community anymore. It is actually something for everyone, which is really cool. There's a lot of community events. There's a lot of family-friendly events all year round. There's a lot of youth sports teams and summer camps and all the stuff. There's a fantastic library system, and not one, not two, but 3 massive schools that are currently being built to keep up with the growth that's coming into our area. So it doesn't really matter if you're raising little ones or looking to kind of slow down a bit. You're going to find your people here. One of the things that I hear over and over again is how nice everyone is. But it is definitely, if you're moving here, all about location, right? Location, location, location. Ocala, where is Ocala? Ocala is the middle of the state. It's like the middle of everything and nothing all at the same time. So it's in the middle of everything in that you can go to Orlando in like about an hour. You can go to Tampa, hour and a half. You can go to beaches, hour and a half. You can go to Disney, about an hour. You can go to big, massive events, including sports events and all sorts of stuff. Hour and a half. Take your pick. You'll still get to go home and sleep in your own bed that night. It is amazing. But what about here at Ocala? We also have big name events. We have a concert series that's coming up. It's like a 2-day concert series. It's going to have like 40,000 people attending. It's the second year they've picked Ocala. They love Ocala. But it's Rock the Country. It's got Kid Rock, Nickelback, Hank Williams Jr., Tracy Lawrence, Jody Messina, Gavin Adcock, Diamond Rio, Mark Chestnut, Little Texas, and a whole gob of others. Okay, those are big name people, and they're coming to Ocala. That's amazing. This is their second year, and I've heard that they're going to be here for another 4 years after that at least. So they're going to continue doing that. This year it is at the Florida Horse Park though, so just a heads up on that. It was up in Morriston before, so anyway, it's cool. You get all the big city stuff without all of the stress, which I love. There's also always something going on. There is literally something going on every weekend and sometimes every day of the week. They've got like chili cook-offs and art fairs and equestrian competitions and live concerts and all sorts of stuff. So your social calendar stays full. No, it's not going to be a whole bunch of clubbing and, big city hotspot stuff. Definitely not. But it does have a lot of stuff going on that is small town America, and it's great. It makes you feel just happy to be here. I did a video recently of 25 events that you can check out in and around Ocala throughout the year. So take a look at that. It's up on YouTube. But it's just all the many other things that you can go and do. I picked the top 25, but I mean, there's actually a lot more than that. And these are all things that my family and I have gone to like year after year and really enjoy. So I wanted to make sure that you guys knew about them as well. So definitely check out that video if you're interested in stuff that's going on in and around Ocala. I've also got a video about the 20 best restaurants to go to here. I definitely need to do an update on that for 2025 because that was 2024 version. But I got to go visit some of the new restaurants. We've got a lot of new restaurants in the area, and I don't want to miss any really, really good ones. So I'm going to have to eat everywhere. I know it's really, really hard on me, I'm sure, but I will suffer through it for you guys. Anyway. I'm actually thinking about doing like the top 50 restaurants just so I have all of my favorites and I don't miss anybody or don't forget anywhere or something like that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. Go ahead and hit me up on Facebook. Let me know in the comments or whatever. Just let me know what you think. Should I do the top 50 and just lay them all out there? That sounds like I'm such a big back. That's crazy. Okay. So what about houses? I mean, this is, I am a real estate broker. You can get anything from a horse to farm to a modern villa to a bungalow. Okay. You can go to a historic downtown and get a very historic home. Ocala's got everything. It's also got a very buyer-friendly market right now. I'm saying. So there's definitely an opportunity for you to get either new construction or resale or whatever you're wanting, really. There's a lot of new construction homes on the market right now, and that's definitely affecting the prices of the resales as well. So you could get a steal of a deal, just saying. I was looking at a flyer just before I came in here that a builder dropped off to us, and it had some really beautiful 3-bedroom, 2-bath, double-car garage, concrete block homes for around $250,000. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. No HOA, no nothing like that. It was just straight $250,000. Wow. I think even if you bought all of the parts and pieces of a house and laid them all out, it would probably cost you probably pretty close to that after, you account for like the land, the septic, the well, the permits, all of that stuff. Just all of the parts and pieces and the stuff. Without putting it together, it would probably be about $250,000. It's crazy. I mean, you got to get everything from the kitchen sink on down to the faucets, down to all of it, pipes and stuff. And yeah, I don't know. But, just a heads up, if you are moving to Ocala, I happen to know a really good realtor that really knows the area, like really, really well. Just saying. There's a lot of people that listen to my show and watch my YouTube channel and they really love like tuning in and everything, but then they don't call me. They're like, "Oh, I'm sure you're busy." What? What do you think I'm doing this for? What in the world? So if you are considering moving to Ocala, I can actually easily email or even snail mail you a packet with all of the detailed insider info. Just send me an email. It's GER.ExpectMore@gmail.com and I will get you all of that info. Like more than you can even imagine. I know the people. I know the stuff. Hello. I think Ocala has everything. It has affordable homes. It has good jobs. It has beautiful scenery. And it has this really sweet ambiance, like the little downtown area and everything. It's just amazing. It's a whole lot of heart in such a small area. And it's no surprise that people are moving here in droves. What do you think? We are awesome. Okay. We're awesome here. We have everything and nothing at the same time. It's great. So next time you see another U-Haul and it's just rolling on by, just give them a wave and say, "Welcome home." Okay. All right. So moving on, back by popular demand. The 7-day real estate market watch report. Apparently, y'all really enjoyed it and didn't say anything. You didn't give me any feedback. So I'm thinking, okay, that's not really that popular. Nobody really cares. Why am I going on about it? Whatever. No, apparently you guys really did enjoy it. And you're like, where's my market report? Like, you're slacking. No, I'm not. You didn't say anything. I'm not going to be. Oh, whatever. Anyway, so here it is. The last 7 days for single family homes in Marion County within the last 7 days. That's the market report. All right. So new listings, 324. We had 324 houses hit the market. That's kind of a lot, actually, for us. Price increase, 51. That's actually, I would say a lot. But then when you see price decrease, 464, y'all. What in the world? Back on the market, we had 69, sold 192. Expired, 33. Whoa, that's a lot. That's a lot. Pending, 285. Well, hello there. 285 houses. That's actually a lot too. Withdrawn, we had 4, canceled, 47. That's really interesting. Houses are selling. Okay, you just have to be at the right price. That's basically what it boils down to. 30-year average interest rate for a fixed rate mortgage. Okay, it went up slightly. It's at 6.88% this week. And according to Bankrate, which is where I get the information, the 10-year treasury yield, which kind of serves as a benchmark basically for mortgage rates, well, it's been kind of bouncing around lately. And a lot of people think it's because of the uncertainty around certain tariffs that a certain President Donald Trump has been working on. So with all of the tariff policies, there's just uncertainty. We're just going to go with uncertainty. And we've definitely seen that in like the stock market and stuff like that lately too. So hopefully that will all simmer down and we will get back to a more stable interest rate. Well, the interest rates for right now for a 30-year fixed rate is 6.86. For a 20-year fixed rate, 6.69. For a 15-year fixed rate, 6.08. So that's pretty cool. 10-year fixed rate, 6%, just straight out 6%. I don't know that many people that can do a 10-year though, just saying. For FHA, a 30-year fixed rate FHA, 6.61. So you might want to look into an FHA, even if you possibly can do a conventional. It might be actually better to do an FHA. Coming up, we have Symphony Under the Stars. That is coming up next month, and I will be live and on air throughout the event with WITG 104.7 FM, Classic Hits Ocala, and I'll be hanging out all day long, so come say hi. Don't be shy. I really love it when people come and say hi to me, so hopefully I will see you there. And yeah, don't forget to bring your blanket or, chairs or whatever. But until next week, that's it for my show. My family and I are going blueberry picking over at Abshire Farms before it gets too hot outside. So we're going to go and pick our blueberries, which I would say is like the entire year of blueberries, but they don't even last like 2 months in our freezer before somebody who shall not be named eats them all. Just saying, Lexi. Anyway, hopefully if you are in Ocala this weekend, you are going to enjoy the weather because it is absolutely beautiful. And hopefully I will see you again next week. Same time, same place, right here, Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. And in the meantime, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or otherwise, go ahead and send me an email, GER.ExpectMore@gmail.com, or hit me up on YouTube or Facebook. I'm like the most searchable person ever. So let us know how we can help you, okay? Thanks so much for listening in, and we will see you next time.